What is what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Always Awesome Films here, come to you live with another tier list. Yeah, we're back with another tier list. We're gonna, because Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield versions are coming out at the time of this recording in in a week. Um, Figured I'll go ahead and rank every single Pokemon. Now we're doing this on a generation by generation basis. Actually, let me go ahead and I'm gonna delete. We're gonna leave it at E. I don't want there to be. I don't want to be too complicated here. But yeah, basically there's a lot of Pokemon. So we're gonna do this on a generation by generation basis. There are some caveats to how I'm doing it versus what's presented on the tier list that you can find on Tier Maker. Basically, I am counting Mega Evolutions. I'm gonna factor them in to the overall ranking just because it makes more sense to. And I don't think I'm gonna find a tier list with Gen 1 Mega Evolutions included. And also I'm going to exclude Alolan forms, regional variants, because I consider them to be I consider Alolan forms to be Gen 7. I mean, effectively they are Gen 7 Pokemon. So yeah, that's the caveat. Also with Pokemon like Golbat, where they can evolve into an evolution introduced in a later gen, I'm not going to be factoring in that evolution. I'm going to be grading the Pokemon, the Golbat line, Zubat Golbat line, as it is in Generation 1, without factoring Golbat. It's a very dumb caveat. I mean, it's a little bit complicated, but I think it'll make sense once we get down to it. So we're going to just jump into it. So I'm also going to do this based on Pokemon lines instead of individual Pokemon, just because, that's a real pain in the ass. So yeah, let's begin. So starting off, I'm just going to say it right now. We're not going to get any better than this. We're going to start off with the Bulbasaur line. And right from the get-go, we're going to drop Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, and Mega Venusaur in S tier. The Bulbasaur line. Because, Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon of all time. So I gotta give it to Bulbasaur. Also, one other caveat I'm gonna drop on top of this list. This isn't based on any competitive viability. I don't give a shit about how these Pokemon are competitively. There's a lot of factors. It's just my opinion and how I feel about them. My feelings don't care about your facts. That was a good joke. The joke was that I subverted the timeless Ben Shapiro quote. Facts don't care about your feelings. Yeah, anyways, I just love the Bulbasaur line. I mean, it's my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I gotta drop an S tier, man. Bulbasaur is such a good effing boy, dude. He's Red's canon starter Pokemon. Let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee established Bulbasaur as being Red's canon starter. Second of all, Bulbasaur is just such a good freaking boy, dude. He's such a good freaking boy. If Ash let his Bulbasaur evolve instead of his god-awful Charmander, he probably would have won the Indigo League. I'm just going to say that right now, Bulbasaur is such a reliable Pokemon, such a good boy, such a well-designed Pokemon. I gotta get Bulbasaur S tier. It's as simple as that. The only thing holding it back, not that I give a shit because it's S tier, is the fact that it's a little bit obsolete in Generation 1, that the games that you play them in, because there's a lot of grass poison types. By a lot, I mean there's one other line, but there's no shortage of grass types in Gen 1. Actually, how many are there? There's what? Two lines? Okay, 3. I forgot about the Execute line, and there's probably another one I'm missing. I'm just shit. Alright, cool. S tier. Next, we got Charmander. Not gonna lie, dude, this is gonna be a little bit controversial. If you were to ask me, I'm gonna say 5 years ago, where I would place Charmander would be A tier. I'm gonna level with you. Charmander would be A tier, the Charmander line. But in recent years, man, you know how it is, dude. 2 Mega Evolutions. Bro, he was in Smash 4. Charizard was in Smash Brothers 4, and they cut Squirtle and Ivysaur. Charizard's the worst one, and they kept him. They kept him. And then, I don't even need to talk about what's going on with Gen 8 and Charizard being the only starter, non-Gen 8 starter to make it into the decks. So, this is going to be real controversial. We're going to put the Charmander line in D tier. Honestly, maybe I'll get over it in a few years, But I don't know. I mean, I do like Mega-Charizard, actually. I do like Mega-Charizard Y quite a bit. The drought ability is very useful. That's it's the opposite of what I meant. You know what? Okay, fine. I'll give Charmander the benefit of the doubt. No, fuck him. No, he's going in D tier. Fuck him, dude. He got a goddamn Gigantamax form. He's fine, dude. He's fine in D tier. I don't think he's complaining, dude. He gets a blowjob from Game Freak every day, dude. He's swimming in money and all that merchandising cash and that Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U money. Screw him. He's fine in D tier. Also, Charizard's like 5'7". That's like my height. Imagine that, dude. I'm not even a tall person. Imagine me being as tall as a Charizard. That's obscene. It's insane. Venusaur is a nice 6'8" behemoth. Actually, I don't know how tall Venusaur is. 6'7" behemoth, dude. What a Chad. All right. Next, we're on the Squirtle. I'm going to give Squirtle A tier. So, I don't know. Squirtle's such a reliable Pokemon, dude. He's well designed. He's got such grounded stats. His usefulness is consistent throughout the entire game that you get him in. I mean, he's just a solid starter. I got to give him A tier. And we're going to put Mega Blast always looks kind of like a tool. The only thing that's bringing Squirtle down from S tier is the fact we are now 8 generations into Pokemon. Not once, not a single time in a mainline game has Blastoise ever shot an attack out of his cannons. That's got to bump it down a little bit, I gotta say. And it looks like, well, he's not in Gen 8, so actually never mind. But even in Let's Go, man doesn't shoot things out of his cannons. So I gotta drop him down to A tier. It's as simple as that. Next we got the Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree line. I mean, this one sucks. Like, I don't give a shit, dude. This thing can rot in E tier. What the fuck, dude? Here's the thing. I don't use bug types very often, but, like, Butterfree is exceptionally bad to me. I genuinely feel no need to... You know what? Okay, I'll raise it to D tier, because I do like Butterfree's design, and I like... You know, I have a little bit of nostalgia for Butterfree, but, like... Bro, like, I'm not gonna use a Butterfree ever in my life. Like, at least I'd use Charizard, you know? But I'm not using Butterfree. Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, and then we got the... Well, this is Beedrill, then we got the Mega Beedrill. Gotta say, dude, Mega Beedrill, I mean... I'll be honest, I actually prefer Butterfree over Beedrill. I don't like Beedrill, like, at all. Mostly because I don't like bees. I mean, I do like bees, but Beedrill's more of a hornet, if we're being honest. If we're being technical here. So, I'm going to have to drop Beedrill in the same tier with Butterfree, dude. I mean, it's kind of sucks, dude. I would never use a Beedrill in my game. That's going to be unpopular. I know a lot of people love Beedrill, but gotta say, even getting a Mega form doesn't do anything for me. I still don't feel the need to ever use a Beedrill. Next, we've got Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, and Mega Pidgeot. You know what, guys? This is going to be controversial. People are going to riot in the streets. They're going to come for me, come for my family. They're going to stab me 50 years from now. They're going to call me a martyr for dying for a cause I believe in. But I'm going to have to throw Pidgey up in A rank. I know. Look. Look, I know. Pidgeot's not that good of a Pokemon. Mega Pidgeot doesn't make it that much better. Well, it looks like a parrot now. That's what it does for Pidgeot. But, like, imagine a young little lad, dude. Imagine a young lad, like 5 years old, dude, playing Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. Pidgeot was the first bird type I ever had, dude. So I gotta give Pidgeot some credit. Also, Pidgeot's a pretty decent size, you know. Pidgeot's 4'11". That's pretty large. That's like the size of the player character. So you could ride on a Pidgeot. You could pop a saddle on that John and ride on him. You know, ride on him through the skies, through the infinite space above. I mean, I love Pidgeot. I've got a lot of nostalgia for the Pokemon. Honest to God. Okay, you know what? We're gonna put Pidgeot in B tier because what I was about to say. No, we're gonna put him in C tier actually. I'm so sorry, Pidgeot. But here's the thing, right? I just remembered. The thing I was just about to say was, even though I love Pidgeot, it's one of my favorite bird types. I love the shit out of him. if I look at myself, if I look introspectively and I ask myself, Abby, would you ever use a Pidgeot ever again in your life? The answer is no. I probably wouldn't. I probably would never use a Pidgeot. So I'm going to give it C tier, you know. Maybe I'd use it, but it's like, whatever. It's fine. Fuck you, Alolan Rattata. We're not doing you. Rattata and Raticate. Bro, look. You cannot go around and tell me that people actually are out here using Rattata and Raticates in battle, dude. Because it doesn't happen. No one does it. But on the flip side, like, pretty good HM slave, right? You know, you could learn cut, you could learn strength, you could learn some of the moves that you don't want your Pokemon to learn. It was always that sixth member that you never used. You only used for two purposes, HMs or for stalling for a revive. And I gotta say, they're reliable Pokemon for that. So I gotta give it, frankly, I gotta give it C tier. Like, again, I would never use it for any legitimately serious purpose. But, like, it's reliable. It serves its job. Its job is to be an HM slave. So, like, what more could you want? You know, what more could you want out of it? Well, you could want it to be a better Pokemon, but alright, you know what? That might be actually bringing it down to D here now I think about it, because I really would never fucking use a Rattata to Eradicate, like, ever. Alright, Spearow and Fearow. Here's the thing. People always tell me Fearow is the objectively better Pokemon than Pidgeot. You know what I say to that? Those people are fucking idiots, dude. These bitch boys are going in D tier, dude. Fucking bitches, dude. Holy shit. I just don't like them. Like, there's no other reason. I have, like, such stupid... Like, I just don't like them. I remember playing Diamond and Pearl, you know? You'd open up the post-game world. Hold on a second. My computer's actually running out of battery. So you would be in the post-game realm. I forget what it's called. It's, like, called the Battle... It's like this massive island you visit in the post-game. You would go to the grass. What's the only fucking Pokemon you would find? You'd find two Pokemon, actually. Raticate and fucking Fearow. And I hate Fearow because of that. I hate running into wild Fearow and looking at that. I have PTSD. Every time I think about Fearow, I think about those times in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl when I'm trying to get through a patch of grass and a fucking Fearow pops up. No. Fearow, you're going to D tier, bitch. Little bitch. Alright. Ekans and Arbok. They aight. I'll give him B tier. In Gen 1 at this point, poison types aren't all that useful. You know what? No, I'll have to give them C tier, actually. They're alright. They're not bad. You know, they're not awful. They're fine. They're fine Pokemon. I like their design, actually. I do like their design. But, they're a little bit uninspired. But again, I'm not going to shit on every Pokemon for being uninspired in design, because some of my favorites are going to be E tier at that point. But they're just not a Pokemon that I use often. If I ever want a poison type for Gen 1, I'm always going to use Zubat or the Nido lines, or even just Venusaur or Victory Bell or Weezing. You know, there's so many other poison types I'd rather use, but I guess it's a fine base level one. Alright, now we got the Pikachu line. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be that controversial, because I know that people hate Pikachu, but Pikachu's going in the S tier, boy. That's an A tier. It's going in the S tier, boys. I love Pikachu. I fucking love Pikachu, dude. I don't, like, there's something so, and I know, like, that's such a normie thing to say, but there's something, like, so iconic about its design. I just love its design. Honestly, Raichu doesn't stand, I do like Raichu. Like, I will always, if I ever want to use an electric type and I pick a P, I'm always going to evolve it into Raichu, but, like, I don't really like Raichu that much. In fact, like, if I separated the evolutionary lines, I put Raichu in, like, B tier, but I'm doing this from line by line just so that I don't get too crazy here. I actually really like the Pikachu line. I love using Raichu, and I even love Alolan Raichu even more than regular Raichu. So, yeah, that's just a little sneak peek for what's to come in what's that game called? Sun and Moon. You know what? I'm going to put Pikachu down to A tier, actually. I love Pikachu a ton, you know, iconic Pokemon, lots of cool forms. You know, you got Libre cosplay Pikachu where he turns into a fucking like luchador. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick. A wrestler. You know, that's pretty cool. That's the only one. You can dress up Pikachu and Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. It's awesome. It's great. So yeah, I mean Pikachu's a solid A tier right there. You know, a very reliable electric type too, at least for the purposes of Gen 1. Next we got Sandshrew and Sandslash. Boys and girls, this is going to be our first B tier. I love these Pokemon. I like them. I love them a lot. You know, they're not enough to put them in the same tier as like Pikachu and Blastoise for me, but they're good ground types. I like using them. You know, nothing much to say about it. I just like them. You know, I mean, I'm not going to elaborate. I don't need to. I think people can agree that Sandslash is a solid B tier. Next, we got Nidoran Female, Nidorina, and Nidoqueen. Here's the thing, dude. These three Pokemon, some of my fucking favorite, dude. They're going in A tier, boys and girls. I always use this Pokemon. Here's the thing. I actually like this line more than the Nidoking line. Even though I know, like, objectively the Nidoking line's probably better. But I just like the design more. I don't know what to say, dude. That's why it's an A tier. I use Nidoqueen very often in my Gen 1 playthroughs or my Fire Red Leaf Green playthroughs. I'm going to clump those two together. And I just like it. Very reliable ground type, a very good ground type. That's what I mean by, like, I always personally like them more than Arbok as a poison type. So, you know, I got it. Next, we got Nidoran, Nidorino, Nidoking. They're going into B tier. I mean, I don't like them as much as the Nidoqueen line, but, I mean, they're good. They're still really good to use. They're great ground types, you know. I'm a big fan of the ground type in general, so I'm happy. I'm happy to see, you know, I'm happy to see my ground boys get represented in B tier here. Next, we've got wow, I didn't even know Clefable was fucking Gen 1, wow. So we got Clefairy and Clefable. Guys, look. This is a complex one. Because there are two facets of the argument here. Do I factor in the fairy typing? Because technically it didn't exist until like 6 generations in. Or do I leave it as a normal type? I'll be honest, if it was a normal type, straight to fucking D tier, dude. But I gotta admit, dude, that fairy typing really helped it for me. So I'm gonna have to drop it in the motherfucking B tier, dude. I mean, I really don't like these Pokemon very much, but I like fairy types. I really do. I love fairy types. They're so useful to me. So, I mean, I'm just gonna put in B tier for that fact alone, honestly. We're gonna skip the Alolan Vulpix line. Next, we've got Vulpix, Ninetales. These boys are going into S tier, dude. Some of my favorite Pokemon. I fucking love the Vulpix line. Love the designs. I love using Ninetales. Bro, S tier. Just S tier. I just love everything about it. And I also love the Alolan forms as well, but again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So we're going to keep them at S tier. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. I don't know. I don't really use these two. I don't know much about... I mean, I know a lot about Jigglypuff, but I don't know much about Jigglypuff in terms of applications in the games. So I'm just going to give it into a C tier. You know, I like Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. I like them. I like them in Smash Brothers. Well, I didn't like them in Smash Brothers until Ultimate. But, you know, I like them. They're likable Pokemon to me. They're iconic. They're adorable. So I'll give them C tier. You know, I don't use them in my team ever, but I still like them as Pokemon, you know, and how they represent the brand. Zubat, Golbat. I absolutely despise Zubat. I fucking hate everything about Zubat. I hate going into a goddamn cave and running into infinite Zubat. With that said, boys, Crobat's kind of dope. Unfortunately for them, Crobat doesn't exist yet. So I'm going to throw these bitches in E tier. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to have done this to you, Zubat and Golbat, but I hate you. I genuinely hate you. I hate running into Zubat. They don't even have Crobat in Gen 1. So like, what purpose do you serve to me? They're nothing. They're useless. So they're going into E tier. I hate them. I fucking hate them. The first E tier, might I add. Next, we've got Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume. They're pretty good. You know, I'll give them. I mean, they're good. They're good grass type. They're going B tier. You know, I like them. I like them a lot. You're probably wondering. I mean, they're not really that much. I mean, they're both grass and poison types. The Oddish line and the Venusaur line, but I just don't use Oddish as much because I always pick Venusaur. So, and if I always pick Venusaur, and if I ever need a grass type, I'm going with another line, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I mean, they're solid. They're just really solid. I like them. I like them. I like grass types. Grass types are probably my favorite type, I would say. So, B tier. Next, we've got Parasect. I don't give a rat's ass about these two. They're going to D tier. I genuinely don't give a shit. I'm not even going to talk about this anymore. Venonat, Venomoth. Alright, I'll be honest. I don't give a shit about these guys either, like, at all. They're going to D tier as well. I'm so sorry, all you fucking Venomoth lovers. Diglett, Dugtrio. These boys, both of these boys are going straight to motherfucking E tier. I hate these dudes. I hate their ability Arena Trap. It sucks. I hate fucking running into them. I don't like their design. I know I said I'm not going to use lazy and uninspired designs as like an excuse. As the only excuse I'm going to say. I mean, it's not the only excuse. But, like, you gotta admit, dude, like, this is pretty fucking bad. This is pretty fucking bad, right? Like, come on. Come on, guys. It's pretty bad. Am I the only one that thinks that? No, I don't think I am. They're going into E tier. The Diglett line's so dumb to me. Diglett already doesn't have much of an inspired design. And then Dugtrio is just the same thing, but 2 more times. It doesn't even look any different. It's the exact same looking Pokemon. Just that there's 3 of them. Why is that even an evolutionary line? How come there's not an evolutionary line for all of these Pokemon when you just throw 3 of them together? I don't know. It's dumb. Meowth and Persian. I love Meowth and I love Persian. So they're going in the A tier. I really like Persian. I remember because in one playthrough I used Persian as an offensive Pokemon. And it was really fucking good. Like, I put Return on that Persian and it absolutely obliterated like everything in the game. So that's made me grow a great appreciation for this Pokemon. I used to not like Persian before, but I mean, that's how it goes, right? You use a Pokemon and you start to like it. I'm sure, like, honestly, I am positive if I used these D tiers, or even, well, not the E tiers. I fucking hate both of those guys. If I use the D tiers more often, I'd probably like them more. I would probably rank them higher. This is my subjective personal list. That's why Persian is A tier to me. Psyduck, Golduck. Alright. I hate to do this, but they're going in the A tier as well. 2 in a row, boys. 2 A tiers in a row. I love the Golduck line. I have so many fond memories of Golduck. An absolute fucking tank. Well, it's not a tank. That's the wrong word to use. But it has such great type coverage. It's got all around decent stats. It was such a huge powerhouse in my Diamond and Pearl playthrough that I have so many fond, nostalgic memories for Golduck. I like the design. I like the evolution between Psyduck and Golduck. A tier. It's just an A tier to me. I love it. It might even be S tier. It's bordering on S tier, but I'm gonna have to give it to A tier. S tier is like something special to me. Primeape or Mankey and Primeape. That's gonna be C tier, dude. I don't fucking care about these guys. I mean, they're all right. I have used them before. They are helpful Pokemon to use to fight Brock. I think you can catch them in Route 6. I actually don't know if that's Route 6. I'm probably wrong. It's the route where you fight Blue on the way to the Indigo Plateau. I like them. I catch them. I have used them against Brock in Fire Red and Leaf Green. So, yeah. I mean, they're C tier. They're not a Pokemon that I keep for long. But when I do use them, I mean, they serve their purpose well. So, I'll give them C tier. Growlithe and Arcanine. You know me, boys. I love the Vulpix line. I don't like the Arcanine line as much. With that said, though, I mean, that's still a motherfucking A tier, dudes. I mean, I do like the Arcanine line a lot. I just don't like the design as much as the Ninetales line. That's partially why Ninetales is S tier. Also because I grew up with like Leaf Green and shit like that, so I never really got around to using Arcanine very often, or like even like Soul Silver. So I never used Arcanine often. Vulpix and Ninetales were always my like go-to fire types. But like, I still like them. I really do like them. I have used Arcanine in Black 2, Black 2 or White 2 technically, and then in Let's Go Pikachu. So I do have an appreciation for Arcanine. I do like its design overall, and it is a very good fire type. So I mean, it is A tier. I think it deserves A tier. In fact, if I grew up with if I had grown up with Fire Red instead of Leaf Green, it probably would have been S tier instead of Vulpix. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. I absolutely adore these Pokemon. Like, I don't know. It's not even that I use them, because to be honest, I don't think I've ever really used them in a party. I just love their designs so much, and I'm also a big fan of the well, not a big fan, but I have read into the manga a lot. I did read Red's Adventure, like that series when I was like really young. So, and I thought like Poliwrath was the coolest fucking Pokemon in the world. So that's partially why it's A tier for me. Like, I just really like the design. I have a lot of good memories reading the manga where Poliwrath is a fucking G. That's also probably why I like Venusaur so much as well. You know, I really like the manga, if you can't tell. And I think Poliwrath is awesome. Next, we've got Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam, and then Mega Alakazam. I really like this line. It's a little bit harder to train up, but I gotta give it A tier. I do like this evolutionary line quite a bit. Mega Alakazam is pretty cool. I actually, surprisingly, because I don't tend to use trade Pokemon often. In Pokemon Sun, however, Pokemon Moon, I did use this line. Except I didn't have a friend to trade it with, so I used Kadabra for the entire game. And it wasn't until after I beat like Red by that point, where I decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna evolve this thing for finally, and it's a lot better now. I hated Kadabra. Kadabra is awful, but you know, Alakazam is good. You're supposed to evolve the Pokemon, obviously. I don't know. I wanted that digression. I just like the Pokemon. I like how Mega Alakazam looks. I like their design. They're good psychic types. Nothing else. Nothing much more to it. Next, we've got Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. I don't give a shit about either of these three Pokemon. I never have. I don't like their designs, like, at all. They're so unsettling to me. The only saving grace, I'm gonna drop them in C tier. I don't like them because they're also trade Pokemon, and as I said earlier, I don't use trade evolutions that much. Alakazam was kind of an exception. I also hate their humanoid designs, but like, there's one thing that makes me not. There's one thing that kind of makes me. It doesn't bring it quite up to a B tier, but it's a high C, and it's that. And there are ride Pokemon in Sun and Moon where like you're kind of just riding Pokemon. It's self-explanatory, and one of them is a Machamp, and the way it looks is like Machamp is just holding your player character and waddling around, and that is the funniest shit to me. I will just like always ride on a Machamp in that game because the animation is hilarious. So I mean, that's why. I mean, yeah. So that's why that's why I'm a little bit lenient towards it. Next, we've got Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Victorybell. Solid A tier Pokemon. Whenever I don't pick Bulbasaur, I always go with Bellsprout. I absolutely love Victorybell. It's such a reliable Pokemon. I've used it so often in my Leaf Green, and I used it in my Soul Silver playthrough. I try to use it as much as I can because I like the Pokemon. Anytime I don't pick Bulbasaur anyways, like if I pick Charmander or Squirtle, I'm always whipping the Bellsprout out because I like it. I like it a lot. I don't care about the design that much, but it's not a bad Pokemon. You know, I just have good memories using it. Next, we've got Geodude, Graveler, Golem. I mean, they're kind of in the Machamp tier for me, but because of the fact that you don't really hold them, I mean, that kind of brings it down a little bit more for me. You know, I'll put it in C tier. I'll put them in C tier. Again, I think this is going to be an unpopular one. I think people do genuinely like these Pokemon, and I'm sorry for shitting all over your favorites, but this is my list. And my heart says that I don't like these three that much, but I don't hate them. I don't hate them as much as I hate like fucking. I don't know. I guess I don't really. As much as I hate like Parasect, you know, I don't really. A lot of my D tiers aren't like I don't really. I mean, I despise the Charmander line for sure, but my disdain for a lot of them is just the fact that like I would absolutely never fucking use them ever, or they're just Eradicate where I'm sick of seeing them. I would use a Geodude or Graveler or Golem, you know, I just don't. So that's why they're C tier pretty much. Ponyta, Rapidash, this is going to be another unpopular one, but they're C tier for me as well. I don't hate them either. I'm open to using them in my team. I just don't care for them. I love their designs, but like I genuinely just don't care. I like their shinies a lot too. It's like the blue flame. That's awesome, but I just don't give a shit. Like if I ever have a fire type to use, I mean, I just don't like them. I keep reiterating that point, but like I don't really use fire types that often. I guess I would use them if I needed one, but like that's the thing. I would just use Ninetales. I like the design more. I just like Ninetales more, so I'm just gonna use that instead of waiting for getting a Ponyta or Rapidash. Next, we've got the Slowbro, or we got Slowpoke and the Slowbro line. This was before Slowking was announced, or was discovered, I should say. This is a tough one. I'm like super indifferent to this one. I like Slowbro actually, so I will give. I do like Slowbro quite a bit. I like the design. I just like his gimmick. I like Slowbro, so that's. I'll give it. I don't know if I want to give it a B tier. I don't hate it like I hate the D and E tiers, but I don't dislike it. So okay, C tier is probably fair, I guess. Magneton Magnemite. This was pre Magnezone, so pre Gen 4. So I mean, I don't care about them. I just don't. But I know I gave Diglett a lot of shit. I gave Diglett a lot of shit for having an unoriginal design. And I'm gonna give that shit to Magnemite too, dude. Have you seen this cuck, dude? It's literally the same thing. But the difference, there is one difference. The difference is that the magnets are pointed in different directions. They're at a different angle. So that's why I'm a little bit more... It's going into D tier. I mean, I don't care about these two Pokemon. I like them more than Diglett because they're not as annoying to me to encounter. But yeah, D tier. I do like Magnezone quite a bit, and that would definitely raise it higher for me, like significantly higher. But till then, I'm never gonna use this. Now we've gotten Farfetch'd. That's going into E tier, dude. There's like literally no reason to use a Farfetch'd. I don't like, bro. I mean, Farfetch'd just fucking sucks. Like, I mean, it is getting an evolution in Gen 8, which has me a little bit. It definitely has me excited. I'll give him that. I'm definitely looking forward to using Surfetch'd, but I would never use a fuck. I would literally slit my wrists before using a Farfetch'd. That's not true at all. I would any day of the week. I'd rather use a Farfetch'd, but it was ad hominem. It was ad hominem. It was hyperbole. You know, it was an exaggeration. Next, we've got Doduo. Doduo is gonna be... Doduo is one of those Pokemon for me, exactly like Poliwrath, where I actually have used a Doduo quite a bit. But it's also because I just love it in the manga so much, because I remember Yellow had a Dodrio, and I just like Yellow. I like Yellow a lot. I like that character, and I really liked her Dodrio. I also like Dodrio's design. I liked it, and also in Pokemon Rangers, where you could ride on a Dodrio, and it would take you places. That was pretty fucking sick. So yeah, I mean, I just like Dodrio. I like its design. I like, I mean, it's kind of weird, because, like, can't it learn fly? I think it can. And it's like, how the fuck does it fly? It doesn't have any... I guess it has wings, but, like, doesn't really look like it can fly. I remember there was I think it was Stadium or something, where, like, if you use fly with a Dodrio, it just kind of, like, walks in air. It's a very funny animation, and that, you know, that alone is enough for an A tier, I think. Seal and Dugong. These guys are going to the E tier, dude. I hate these two. Like, I don't like ice types very much at all. Most ice types I just dislike. These two I exceptionally dislike because the name is Seal. It's literally just a seal. But, okay, lazy, uninspired, whatever. I just don't like the Pokemon. I think it looks... I like Dugong's design a little bit more, but I think Seal is completely repulsive. I just don't like using it. I have used it before. I just didn't like it very much. And that's an amazing thing, because like if I use a Pokemon and I outright dislike it, that's how you know it's kind of shitty. Because like I'm the kind of guy whose opinion of a Pokemon will 180 if they use it in their team. That didn't happen to me, Dugong. I just don't like this Pokemon. Like I don't know what this like. I don't like its design. It doesn't cater to my gamer sensibilities. I don't like its typing. I don't like ice types, so that definitely brings it down for me. E tier. Muck or Grimer and Muck. I know I just gave a lot of shit to Dugtrio for being the laziest fucking Pokemon ever. This is going to the B tier, dude. I like their design. I like how you take this stupid toxic sludge. There's no real differences among the evolutions. It's just they just look slightly like their eyes are different, basically, and the proportions are different. But I like it. I also liked Muck and Grimer in the anime, or Ash, because Ash had a Muck, and I liked his Muck, so that's why it's B tier. I like Muck, pretty much. I don't give a shit about Grimer. It's also a little bit of a pain in the ass to actually fight. I know, like, Minimize is a really obnoxious attack to have to deal with, and I think Leaf Green especially. I don't know if it was in Gen 1. But yeah, B tier. I do like the design. I like the design because it kind of sucks. I think it's a lot more... I think the fact that it sucks... Not the fact. The opinion that it sucks is, like, part of the appeal. Whereas, like, something like Dugtrio, like, Dugtrio's design's bad, but it's not, like, bad enough for me to be like, oh, it's kind of cute, you know? Same with Seal and Dugong. But, like, Muck, there's something almost charming about it. So I gotta give it B tier, I think. Shelder and Cloyster. I don't like these two either. I don't like these two that much. D tier. I don't like ice types. They're just not good to me. And the only ice types I like have to really stand out to me, like, visually. That's pretty much it. They just have to stand out to me visually, or even they just have to be fun to use. Cloyster is neither of those to me. Doesn't help that the Pokemon also looks like a vagina and a clitoris. That definitely brings it down. I also hated Cloyster in the manga, dude. Because Lorelei had a Cloyster, and she was like, the Elite Four, anyone that reads the manga knows, like, the Elite Four are just fucking evil. You know, they're just absolute, just carnivores. They're disgusting. They're terrible people. And Cloyster, like, I remember there was a scene that, like, shocked me as a kid where, like, I forget what it was, but, like, Cloyster, like, fucking froze everything around it, and, like, it was, I don't know. I don't remember the scene that well to describe it, but, man, I just remember Cloyster was a real shit-eater. Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar. I don't use these Pokemon that often because, again, like, trade evolutions, but I do like them. I do like them more than the Machamp line. I like their designs a lot more. I like Mega Gengar quite a bit. I don't like their shinies at all. I think that's everyone agrees. Like, especially Mega Gengar, you literally cannot tell. But yeah, I just like them. I think they're solid Pokemon. I think they're fun to use. I do like ghost types. Yeah. Interesting enough, isn't this like the only ghost type line in Gen 1? Isn't that crazy? Like, that never registered to me how, like, this is like the only ghost line in Gen 1. And Dragonite's the only fucking dragon line in Gen 1, right? That's true, right? I think that's true. Anyways. Onix. Onix is, man, I don't fucking know about Onix, dude, I'll be honest. Like, I'll be Onix. I do like Steelix. My opinion of Onix doesn't really change that much, though, because I don't really use Steelix that often. I'll give Onix, like, a solid... I'll give him a C. I don't really care about him that much, but I don't dislike him. I think I do like his design. That's probably why he's a C for me. But, he is a little bit annoying to deal with. It's just not a Pokemon I use. I don't really like using pure rock types. Next we got Drowsy and Hypno. These guys are weird. Really fucking weird. I don't know how I feel about them. But honest to God, I think because of the fact they're so weird, they're going to C tier. Nah, they're going to D tier. I don't give a shit. I like don't give a shit about these two Pokemon like at all. I do like Hypno's design, but like at the same time, I just don't. It doesn't like stick out to me. I'll always just use like Kadabra or the Abra line instead. Yeah. Next we've got Krabby and Kingler. Another very uninspired, very lazy design. That's going into motherfucking B tiers, boys. Dude, it looks so fucking dumb. It's so stupid. But at the same time, like, I remember Ash had a Kingler, and I think one of the manga characters had a Kingler too, and I like Kingler because of that. There's always like one thing, like one character from the anime had a Kingler, or one character from the manga had one, and now I like it, you know. So that's kind of my logic with Kingler. I just like its design. I think it looks so stupid, but that's part of the appeal to me. Next, you've got Voltorb and Electrode. They're E tier. Fuck these guys. Fuck both of these guys. Fuck them where they came from. Fuck them and everything they fucking represent. I fucking hate these two. I don't like Mimics to begin with. I don't like these two. Fuck them. Alright, next you got Execute and Executor. They're going into B tier. I like their Grass Psychic type. I do like it. Nothing more to say. I just like it. Cubone and Marowak. You know me, I got a soft spot for ground types. And I do like the Marowak story a lot. I'm going to give it into B tier. I don't use it as much as I use Pokemon like Sandslash. Partially because you get Sandslash very early on. But I like them. I like their designs. I think they're reliable ground types. Next we've got... This is a tough one. I'm going to put Hitmonlee and No, you know what? I guess at this point they're technically separate Pokemon, so I'm going to treat them like separate Pokemon. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Love them both. Hitmonlee is going into B tier for me. Hitmonchan's... I'll put Hitmonchan in C tier. I don't like Hitmonchan's design very much. I like Hitmonlee's design much more. I also use Hitmonlee a lot more, so that's probably what brings it above for me compared to Hitmonchan. So I'm just going to put Hitmonchan in C tier. Lickitung, fucking E tier. Fuck this guy. Fuck Lickitung. Coughing and Wheezing. They're going into... I hate fighting these things. I fucking despise fighting Coughing and Wheezing. But at the same time, I quite like using them too, so I'm going to give it a B tier. I like Wheezing. I don't like the design at all, you know. I hate the design. I hate fighting it, but like... kind of like using it. I think it's a fun Pokemon to use. It's got nice HP, so it's very durable. Rhydon? No. Rhyhorn? Holy shit, I don't know my Pokemon. This is a Rhydon, this is a Rhyhorn, right? Or this is a Rhyhorn, is that a Rhydon? Am I retarded? Am I forgetting my Pokemon? Alright, you know what? Yeah, no, okay, cool. We got it. We fucking know what we're talking about. Alright, well, I know what I'm talking about, dude. This is a fucking... I'm a fucking Pokemon veteran, dude. I know what a fucking Rhyhorn is. This is a Rhyhorn. That's a Rhydon. I don't like either of them. I don't like their evolutionary line at all. C tier. I don't hate them either, but like... It's just not my cup of tea. I don't mind the design. I actually like the design a little bit. That's why it's not D tier for me. But other than that, like, I don't care that much. Chansey. I don't give a shit about Chansey. I don't give a rat's goddamn ass about Chansey at all. Nope, I don't care about Chansey. It's going into D tier. If this was Blissey, it would be a little bit higher for me, and I'll explain my reasoning once we get to Blissey next gen. But I don't like Chansey. I don't give a shit about Chansey. Chansey's a pain in the goddamn ass to catch. I guess it doesn't have a chance of dropping a lucky egg. If it does, that might bring it up for me. Hold on. Chansey lucky egg. Oval Stone, 5% chance. You know what? Okay, the lucky egg thing brings it up to a C tier for me. Fine, okay, fine. Chansey's a C tier. I'll never use it. I don't even like its design very much. I don't care about it in anything. Like, I don't care about it in the anime. I don't care about it in the manga. I don't give a shit. But it drops a lucky egg. So I'll give it that C tier. Tangela, E tier. Fuck this guy too. Dumbass. Just a dumb design, dumb aesthetic, just a dumb Pokemon. Kangaskhan, and Mega Kangaskhan. E tier. Something about this design infuriates me so much. I'd probably hate Kangaskhan. No, it's just an E tier. Like, you can clearly see that this little creature in its pouch looks totally different from the mother. And yet, it's not a separate Pokemon. It's still not a separate Pokemon. So it's got to be an E tier. It's just such a massively infuriating part of its design that it just brings it down for me. Horsey Seadra. I love the Kingdra line. Don't care about it without Kingdra, though. So that's going to go in a D tier. I'm just not going to use it. Goldeen. Seaking. E tier. These guys suck dick. Sorry. Forgive my... Wait a second. Is Gyarados not on this list? I just noticed there's no Gyarados. Oh, no, it's there. Okay, cool. Never mind. I don't like them, E tier. I think it's an ugly fucking... I know what they were going for with the design. I still don't care. Definitely wouldn't use them as a water type. There's so many better water types to use in Gen 1. Never going to use Seaking in my entire life. Staryu, Starmie. Boys, I'm going to say it right now. I'm only doing this as a buffer because they're going straight to S tier, lads. I absolutely love this Pokemon. I love how it looks so ominous, like when you watch it move around and stuff. Because it's kind of a bland design. When you see it in action, it looks so strange. Its typing is really odd. I think it's Water and Psychic. I could be wrong about that. But it's got such an insane move pool. That's what does it for me, dude. You got the Thunderbolt. You got the Ice Beam. You got the Surf. You got the Psychic. It's insane. I love using Starmie. It's such a fantastic Pokemon, and it's one of my favorite of all time. So that's going straight to S tier. Next, we've got Tentacruel, fucking E tier. Fuck these guys as well, dude. I hate looking at them. I hate fighting them. They're such obnoxious Pokemon to me. I have like a personal goal. It's in my personal mission in life to never use these two fucks because I just despise them so much. I despise them. Next, we've got Mr. Mime, E tier. I don't need to justify myself. Scyther. I love Scizor, but we don't have Scizor yet. But even then, I'll give it C tier. I do like Scyther, but Scizor is what brings it up for me. Jinx, E tier. Don't need to justify myself. Electabuzz, C tier. Yeah, C tier. I mean, I don't care much for Electabuzz, but I like its design. I do like Electivire, but Electivire doesn't exist. Next, we've got Magmar, D tier. I don't hate it. I don't like its design at all, though. I despise how it looks. Pinsir. C tier. Kind of with Scyther, but I do like Mega Pinsir quite a bit. But not as much as Mega Scizor, so, you know. But Scizor doesn't exist yet, so I can't bring Scyther up. I don't want to bring him up, honestly. C tier. Tauros. Tauros is hard, because I do love Tauros, but at the same time, like, I'm never gonna use him. I just like it because Ash had one, dude. Like, that's kind of it. But even then, like, I don't like it enough to warrant me ever using it. I'll put Tauros in D tier, honestly. Like, I don't care that much. Magikarp, dude. Magikarp and Gyarados. Boys and girls. Who doesn't love an underdog story, dude? Imagine that. The weakest fucking Pokemon of all time. It's not Hoppip. You know? Hoppip, it wasn't introduced in this gen yet. So, at this point, it's Magikarp. And, yeah, I like Magikarp a lot. A tier. Wow, we're really, we're fucking running out of... We're gonna have to, we're, leewaying this because there's so many goddamn Pokemon. I love Magikarp. I love Gyarados. I don't like Mega Gyarados very much just because of its design. But I do like them a lot. Gyarados has such an awesome design. It's not a Pokemon I use that often, admittedly. I don't know why, actually, to be honest. But I just don't. But I have used it, and I do like Gyarados. A tier. Lapras. That's going to be B tier. I used to love Lapras as a kid, but, I don't know. I just don't like it as much anymore. I think it might be because, I just don't like seeing it anymore. I feel like I see it everywhere now. I see it in it was in the anime a lot because Ash had a Lapras. That's when I liked Lapras, but also like Lapras was a ride Pokemon. I just don't like Lapras as much. I don't know what to say. I used to love it. It would have been like an A tier definitely, but now I don't like it as much. Ditto. I mean, boys, homies, pour one out for Ditto, boys. Not my favorite of all time, but like, come on, dude. We're dropping him in A tier, dude, because I mean, there's the sheer fact that like we all use him for breeding purposes, right? Although breeding didn't exist in Gen 1. You know what? No, I'm going to count breeding. I'm going to factor in breeding because I factored in the Lucky Egg. It's only fair that I factor in breeding. Ditto's awesome, dude. Fucking awesome. You get some max IV Dittos. You got a motherfucking breeding factory, dude. It's awesome. A tier. Eevee. This is going to get me chastised and crucified, but I don't like Eevee that much. I'll be totally honest. Mostly in Gen 1. If this was like I'm going to say like maybe Gen 2 or even Gen 4, it would be higher, but I don't like Eevee very much. I'll put Eevee in C tier. Should I split up its... I feel like I want to split up its evolutions too. You know what? I'll put Eevee in B tier because I think Eevee's kind of... No, that's a bad... Is that a bad precedent? No. We got to count... We're going to separate split lines. Yeah, we're going to separate the split lines. Vaporeon. Vaporeon's my favorite one. Going into A tier. I like Vaporeon. Flareon. Flareon is my least favorite one. It's going into D tier. Don't give a shit. Jolteon's going into C tier. I like its design. I don't use it. If I had to pick these three to use, I would pick Vaporeon any day of the week. Porygon. I mean, just Porygon D tier. It's kind of... I like its design. It's kind of cute, but I'm never going to use it. Omanite, Omastar, C tier. I always pick this one. Out of the two fossils, I would always pick these two. So they're going to C tier just for that alone. Kabuto, Kabutops, I think they're kind of in the same range, honestly. I don't dislike them. I don't love them. Aerodactyl, Mega Aerodactyl. I don't know. This is a tough one. I'll put them in C tier too. I don't really use Aerodactyl that much. Mega Aerodactyl, I'm thinking about bringing it up for that, but I don't know. I still don't feel the need to use it. Snorlax. Snorlax, easy mother effing A tier, dude. I absolutely adore... In fact, there's a time where it would have been an S tier for me. I just haven't used it as much recently, so I don't like care about it that much anymore. But A tier. Easy A tier. Zapdos. Zapdos is definitely my favorite of the bird trio. I mean, I'll just put it in B tier. I don't really care much for the bird trio. Articuno, I like Articuno quite a bit. C tier. But it's just not one. It's just not my favorite. I mean, I don't love Zapdos, and I don't love Articuno. Moltres I actively dislike. I don't like its design. That's kind of it. I just don't like Moltres' design. Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, boys and girls. D tier? No. B tier? No. These boys are going into motherfucking S tier, lads and ladettes. I absolutely love this line. I have so much goddamn nostalgia for the Dragonite line. First of all, it's so underappreciated. Game Freak never does anything with this Pokemon anymore. And it's so sad. Like, it never got a Mega Evolution. It's not in the new ones. It's not in Gen 8, so it doesn't get a Gigantamax or anything. Like, they don't do shit with it. And that's why I love it so goddamn much. It's also a fucking dragon, you know? Can we just get that out of the way? Unlike this fucking cuck right here. It's actually a goddamn dragon. So that gives it a lot of, that gives it some street cred for me. I also love Dratini and Dragonair's design. People complain about Dragonite's design. I can see that. I agree with that to an extent. But goddamn, I still love it. I love it to death. One of my favorite Pokemon of all time. It might be like one of my favorite pseudos, if not my favorite. Next, you've got Mewtwo. Man, I don't know. I'm conflicted about Mewtwo, but ultimately I'm going to give it to B tier, dude. I like it. I like Mewtwo, but Mewtwo's kind of a edgelord cuck. Part of my disdain for Mewtwo kind of stems from the Charizard thing, where, like, he's everywhere, and so that makes me like him less. But at the same time, like, I don't hate Mewtwo nearly as much. Because I also, like, you know, the first movie's kind of bomb, so I gotta fucking acknowledge that, you know, for a second there. Mewtwo was by far the best part of the first Pokemon movie. Everything else was absolute dog shit. Mew. Mew's a tough one, mostly because I have such little experience. Mew's probably my... I'm trying to think of other mythicals. Mew is probably my favorite mythical. Well, I actually do like Darkrai quite a bit. No, Mew's my favorite mythical. I'll put it in the B tier. The reason why it's not higher is because I just don't use it often because of the fact that it is a mythical. I don't think I've ever legitimately had a Mew, honestly. I remember I have hacked in a Mew. When I was like 9 or something, I hacked in a Mew in my Platinum playthrough. But I've never legitimately got a Mew. I didn't buy the fucking Pokeball in Let's Go, so I don't give a shit about it. But I like it. I do like Mew overall. Just not one that I use often. But out of all the mythicals, it's definitely my favorite. And yeah, that's the Gen 1. Wow, goddamn. That was the Gen 1 tier list. Yeah, we got some of my favorites out of the way. I mean, fucking Venusaur, Dragonite are definitely some of my favorites. Yeah, I do. Overall, I do love Gen 1. And I have so much nostalgia for it because of Fire Red and Leaf Green. That was my first Pokemon game. I have so much fond memories with that first generation of Pokemon. But at the same time, like, I can look back and kind of acknowledge, like, some of the stupid shit. Like, come on, fucking... This entire fucking E tier. I hate all of these Pokemon so goddamn much. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Next time, I'll do Johto. Gen 2. I don't know when I'll do it, but it'll happen. Should I get a fucking... Here, let's get actually a zoomed out view of this. Look at this motherfucking tier list. There we go, boys. My goddamn tier list. Remember, before I get some smart Alec saying, this Pokemon sucks, this is not just about competitive viability. It's not just how they are as a Pokemon. It takes in so many other personal factors. It's everything. Everything in my database. In my mental database that I can remember about these Pokemon. All these feelings I have for these Pokemon. You're seeing it right now. It is definitely subject to change. Like, honestly, a lot of the D tier ones I kind of don't feel as strongly about anymore. But I don't feel like they deserve C tier, genuinely. Yeah, anyways, that's the tier list. I'll see you in the next one.